Hi Scorpio, welcome to your September 2021 astrology forecast. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, I'm Anisha. Welcome to my channel on astrology and tarot. To know more about my work, you may visit my website tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love life or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Scorpios, we are beginning September 2021 on a fabulous note. We have a new moon that is there in your house of groups of friends, and we also have Mars and Sun over there. Now, new moon over here is going to be activating your house of belonging, house of gains, networks, groups, and organizations that you belong to. And this also points towards your hopes, your desires, your wishes, and your friendships. This is a time wherein the new moon can seed a new alliance for you, a group or friendship that offers up an opportunity. It can point you to gaining recognition for something that you do and gaining something in return for that. In some cases, the new moon can give rise to a new group, organization, or network that will bring a sense of belonging. It's a time wherein that you are going to be shedding off the old groups. Maybe they've done their time. There is no more value that is being added, and you will find yourself relating more to people who are your tribe, people who are your soul tribe, people who get you, people who have the same goal, same vision in life as you do, and you could be on the same wavelength as them. This new moon, along with the Sun and Mars over there, is going to be pushing you to not just network but also make an effort in getting to know more people. And if you were looking for an opportunity, recognition, or even alliances, collaborations, this is the time when new moon can totally hook you up with the correct people. New moon over here is literally shouting at you, Scorpios, not to let this opportunity go by. And if someone is helping you, just be quiet and say thank you, rather than saying that, oh, I don't need any help, I can do it on my own. The universe doesn't give us anything unless and until it knows that we are completely ready for it. And this is connected to a wish. Each step will get you closer. So try and ensure, if you have been wanting to be a part of a group, part of a tribe of people, of friends who are totally they get you, they're your soul tribe, they're on your wavelength, try and put yourself outside more. We have Venus on the 11th that is moving into your own sign. Fabulous placement again, and you're going to be feeling quite confident. There's going to be a surge of self-esteem. You're going to be taking care about your appearance. You're generally going to be feeling quite good about yourself. And Venus also rules money along with love and romance. Try and, however, just watch your sweet tooth, that you're not indulging too much, or also that you're not prone to flattery, or that you're letting all the flattery get to your head. Also, this is a time where we can get quite married to our own ideas and opinions. So do try and maintain a balance, Scorpios. On the 15th, we have Mars that moves into your house of behind the scenes, and we also have Mercury over here. Mars is not too happy being in this house because it's a house of reflection, it's a quiet house of service, it's a place where we literally go to introspect. And Mars is about action, it wants to do things, it doesn't want to sit and introspect. And we have Mercury over there. So there can be some amount of conversations, there can be some amount of reflection, and you could maybe be speaking about things which have bothered you for a long time. These could be deep-seated psychological patterns. This could also be maybe that now you're being more actively, if you have felt a lot about animals and pet shelters, that you could be visiting them more. You will be making an effort. You will be putting the feet to the prayer, so to speak. On the 20th, we have a full moon that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and we also have Neptune over there. And Neptune carries on being there for the next couple of years, guys. It's not running anywhere soon. So full moon over here is going to bring something to fruition, something to clarity, and full moons are normally quite emotional. They are about endings, and which can be painful at times, but the good thing is because it's making space for something new to happen in your life, Scorpios. So Neptune over there, unfortunately, is not or has not been allowing you to see a certain romantic situation in the way that it actually is. And now with the full moon, there's going to be clarity. You're going to be forced to acknowledge, look at a certain relationship for what it is or for the value it does or does not give you. Since Neptune is over there, and Neptune is about confusion, Neptune is about delusion, it's a planet which creates just a lot of delay and haze. We can't see things for what they are. It's like looking at things in the light of moon. We can't see clearly. And that is has to do with your personal relationships, your love relationships, because it's a house of love and romance. So it can be that maybe you're idealizing love. Maybe you're putting your partner on a pedestal. Maybe you are not willing to acknowledge the reality yet. On the 23rd, we have Sun that moves into your house of behind the scenes. And for the next month or so, Sun is going to be marking a time of retreat. It's a time of regeneration. And think about the attachments that you have to things, to people, to routines, and also consider which ones are dragging you down. So it's a time when the competitive energies and the ego is taking a bit of a break, so we can sit back and we can really look at things that are important to us. Not a great time to be pushing things ahead or brand new projects. Rather, it's a time of reflection, it's a time of dreaming, it's a time of recharging your emotional and spiritual batteries, and also situations that have naturally outgrown you, their usefulness in life, that is something that could come up on the surface for you. So endings of natural cycle, they could be a part of the picture this time of the year as well for you. So your energy is largely going to be applied to personal and private affairs now, and you're going to be feeling quite introspective as well. End of the month, we have our poor old Mercury, which is going retrograde on the 25th and carries on doing so till about 19th of October. So Scorpios, anything that needs to get done in the first half of the month, your important conversations, your travel, your communication, important emails, applications, a project, anything that you need to initiate, please do it before the 20th, because once the retrograde comes over and it's there in your house of behind the scenes, and I often think of the song by Simon and Garfunkel, The Sound of Silence, in my mind whenever I think of a retrograde happening in this part of the house. And it's a time really of very, very strong energy of retreat and quiet and introspection, and almost feel a pull towards your inner psychology, your psychological patterns, maybe patterns that you have picked up from your family, and maybe they are things that you have adapted or you have adopted, certain patterns. They can be toxic, they can be good or for bad, but things that can sort of manifest during this time because they are there in your deep subconsciousness, and that can sort of start to come towards the surface. Try and also not get too bogged down by this. It's just a phase. It's often also a recognition, an acknowledgement of how far we have come from where we were. So it's really a time, if a painful memory of past comes up right now, a certain toxic pattern comes up right now that you feel that you can never ever break a certain pattern, try and remind yourself on how different things are, on how far you have come. And also at times you can almost feel lonely with this aspect, so don't get frightened or don't feel alone. Though there can be a sense of feeling very lonely, you may just feel that you've been left alone to deal with things and there's no one that you can really rely on. But also it can be because you could be feeling, there could just be a sense of regret, and you could just be maybe reminiscing and saying what could have been different or how it could have been different on the shoulds and the woulds. So the important thing during the retrograde, Scorpios, for you is to be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself. And if you're telling yourself dark and twisted stories about yourself and your past, please remember to correct them, because often when we look back in the past, we unfortunately tend to glorify the happy things, and we also tend to exaggerate the painful ones, and which may not have been so bad, or even the maybe we may not have been so ecstatically happy. So try and remind yourself that you have come far, you have really evolved from where you were, and to keep moving ahead. Your spiritual life also during this time of Mercury retrograde gets a boost. And remember, the retrograde is still about 19th of October, guys. So you really need to be more connected with yourself and more gentle with yourself. And by that, laziness and gentleness is really different. It doesn't mean that you're not working out, you're not taking care of yourself. By that, I just mean that do not compare yourself, and don't be harsh on yourself, and don't tell yourself, like I said, dark, twisted stories, or do not be critical of yourself. This is also a time to be meditating, removing any mental chains, and also communing with the world at large, with your soul. It's a lovely time to be. It's always a good time to be praying, but especially during when the retrograde is there, it's a wonderful time to be reconnecting to your higher self and just asking for whatever it is, or even not asking, just being in gratitude. The keywords for the retrograde for you are to redeem, release, recharge, and repent. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Scorpios. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.